So, Felipe, from today onwards, I'm the new manager around here. I was wondering who was messaging me at this time of the afternoon on my day off, and it just so happens to be you, Marcus. Nice to hear from you. Hey, you call me manager from now on, all right? Or boss, if that's the route you want to take. What, did something happen to the other manager of the store? I just told you that today I've been made the manager of this sushi restaurant. Could I ask you to please explain things in a little bit more detail for me then? Because as far as I'm aware, your uncle is still the manager of the restaurant and not you. And as far as the position of manager goes, I never even heard about how there would be a new manager elected to run the place. Did I miss some kind of a very important meeting the other day that I was supposed to be at? Well, my uncle just went and took his last breath and will no longer be coming out to run this place or anything else anymore. Really? He passed out back at home just the other day, and when the ambulance came and took him away, that was the last I'd seen of him. All right. I didn't realize. I am so sorry for your loss, Marcus. If there's anything you need my help with, anything at all, please let me know. Of course you'll be helping me out. As for right now, I can't be closing the restaurant at the last minute, but my family and I are all worked up right now and have to be home getting things ready for the funeral and such. So I'm gonna have you and Jay take over the place for me tonight, and for plenty of nights to come, I think. And once I've had time to talk with all of my family about it, we might be holding the funeral at the restaurant itself, so make sure you're all ready for that. I don't want to upset my uncle, who is not in heaven, by having us hold his funeral at his restaurant and it not being in tip-top shape. Understood. When you have all the details about that, please let the staff and I know. I'll get to work on changing things around on the schedule for everyone's shift. Good! Hello, Jay. It's me, Felipe. Did you hear anything at all from Marcus about the situation yet?
I did. Marcus's wife went ahead and sent me all the details about what had happened. I can't believe that he's already gone now. I'm hoping that at some point you and I will be able to go to his funeral as well. Anyway, did you end up hearing about everything from Marcus himself then?
That's right. He came to me and explained everything that had happened and what was going to happen.
I see. So him and his wife worked on contacting the both of us separately.
And so, from what I'd been told, you and I are being left in charge of the restaurant while Marcus is out dealing with his family and the funeral.
So in other words, he's not even thinking about closing down the place for a while then?
That's what it seems like. He said that he'd like to keep the place up and running for all of our customers, I believe. And he's also thinking of holding part of the funeral here, most likely the dinner and such.
Well, his wife did tell me that she thought he was going to want to keep the place open, for his own sake, or something along those lines. But if it's also to hold the funeral at, then I suppose it all makes a bit more sense. He is like a completely different person from his uncle, though, wanting to keep this restaurant open almost as though nothing had ever happened. Such an odd guy.
He sure is. So, can I ask you to go ahead and take care of shifting all of the schedule around and stuff for me?
I'll take care of it. Considering that Marcus won't be around, you're the only person here that can make the sushi that all of our customers want to eat. So I'll take care of everything like that in the office. And when I'm done, I'll come out and let you know before I head out for the night. Now, good luck making all those dishes on your own.
Thank you, Jay. Felipe, listen, bud, cut it out with all of that careless talking while we're serving our customers. All you're here to do is make sushi for them and serve it. Hello, Marcus. Call me the manager or boss. Okay. Did you need anything from me? Today is your day off, right? And like I was just saying to you, I'm not paying you to sit around talking all day to the customers while you're making that sushi. We have a server for that, as well as someone at the front of the house who can handle all of the customers. I find that it is a must to smile and make small talk with the customers while I do my job as a way of entertaining them. Huh? They come over to the counter for a reason, and it's not just to eat the sushi and then go home. And what exactly is wrong with me making the customers laugh and enjoy the service we give at this sushi restaurant? Was that all you had to say to me? If so, then I'll be going now. I have a long day ahead of me and not a lot of time to be staring at my phone.
Philippe, good work today.
Hey, Jay, good work today to you as well. By the way, Jay, by this point in time you should be leaving your work at this restaurant in order to go and help your husband open his place, correct?
Well, I suppose you're right about that, but some things have come up that are causing an issue.
I'm sorry that at a time like now you're having to deal with everything else in life like this place.
My husband understands the circumstances himself, so it's all fine. And actually, my daughter has stepped in to do a lot of the work I was planning to do, so there was no need to worry about me. But there is only a couple of days left. Good luck to you.
Thank you, and right back at you.
And now that you've mentioned all of that...
Ah, right.
Did you take some time to think things through?
Well, that's a good question. I am very thankful that you brought something like that up with me before. But considering all this place has done for me as I've worked here for a long time, I don't want to think about leaving it.
I see. And I completely understand that. You started to work part-time at that place back when you'd just gotten out of middle school and began working full-time after high school. So it's been close to a decade or two for you, right? You ended up gaining so much experience there as well, and could be considered as one of the best sushi chefs around. The fact that you got to work under the previous manager so often was so lucky for you.
I still have a long ways to go before becoming a true master at this, but thank you for saying that, Jay.
But there's one thing I have to say to you right now. The fact that you were never allowed to become the new manager after Marcus's uncle passed away was a major blow to the place, and him taking the restaurant over for himself is going to be the end of it.
What? Oh, but hold on, Marcus is his nephew of all people.
But the man that we all respected and loved working for actually cared about his store and his customers, right? And when it comes to you, you're the same as he was. Meaning you should be the one in charge of the place now, not Marcus. You can actually converse with everyone there without causing a headache. And have always been praised by all the customers. You should be the one running that place. Yet you're having to sit back and let the untrained nephew take it over. Also, I'm sure you're very much aware of this already, but a lot of those customers we had coming before are no longer around, thanks to Marcus, especially the regulars. A lot of them stopped coming over. The fact that Marcus took over the place from his uncle right after he passed away. And that fact alone.
I know. I am very much aware of what's been going on. I've asked that Marcus be more open-minded about the way he approaches and speaks to a lot of his customers, and I've tried to explain to him how a business like this works. But just as I'd suspected, he doesn't really care to listen to me at all. Also, it seems that from the very start he's seen me as some kind of an enemy of his. Currently, I'm in a position where he can't really fire me or anything, so I have that helping me, but I can for sure tell that he doesn't want me around due to the way he speaks to me.
Yet you're still wanting to stay at that restaurant?
Well...
In the past, the manager said this to me. He said that it is always important to respect the sign that hangs out in the front store, and to always make sure the business is doing its best. But if that becomes the only thing one thinks about, costing him the relation he has with his customers and the staff, then he's better off taking that sign down and ending the business for good.
I've heard that story from him in the past as well. Thinking back on what was said, do you think he was talking about something like what's happening here now?
I'm sure you know the answer to that already, right? I don't need an answer from you right now to my earlier proposal, so take your time to think about it.
Will do. Yo, Felipe! I'm gonna be changing up the staff here so you can choose between having your pay reduced or leaving my business. What? What are you talking about right now, Marcus? I said for you to call me manager, and what I'm going on about has to do with Jay. She finally went and left this place after so many years of causing problems here, all because her favorite boss is no longer running the place. So while I'm enjoying my day off, I thought I'd ask all of my staff what they wanted to do as I began to hire new people. But I'm not sure why you're wanting to hire on so many new staff members right now. In the past, both your uncle and Jay did a very good job of managing the place and were able to bring in enough money at one point where they could afford to hire new hands and keep them around. Well, my plan is to lay most of you guys off now and bring in my friends who are all wanting to work here. As the new manager of this place, I feel it's best to be surrounded by those who actually listen to me and who I can trust with the place. Because for some reason you and all the rest of the staff here that were hired by my uncle are never listening to a damn thing I say. It's because you never take your job as the manager seriously here that we can't listen to what you're saying and are always having to talk back to you. Also, you went and started to talk about how you'd be bringing in a bunch of really cheap fish from overseas that's nowhere near as good as the stuff we've been using, and I will not take that. If you're not able to agree with the way I want to run my business, then get the hell out! I thought it was kind of me to give you the option of choosing between a reduced salary or being laid off, but now I'm not giving you a choice anymore. You're done here, bud. Even if you were never going to quit, it's too late now. And once you're out on the streets, you're not going to be able to find another job because this place was all you ever had. All thanks to my uncle taking your familyless ass in after you went to high school. I guess I'm quitting then. You'd better thank me for letting you stay here with that reduced wage. I just said that I'm quitting, though. Wait, what? You're gonna quit your job here? Yes. Do you have any idea what that will mean for you? You quitting your job means that you'll no longer be employed anywhere. A high school graduate like you leaving this place means that you'll never have another chance at a job like this one again. Fortunately, I'm a very good sushi chef with many years of experience under my belt. As long as I'm willing to use these abilities of mine to make the best sushi I can, anywhere would be happy to have me working in their kitchen. Yo, wait! I'll leave my notice on your desk tomorrow, Marcus. No, wait, I'm going now. When you start to regret what you're doing here, don't come crawling back to me! Jay, I would really love to come and work for your husband at his sushi restaurant, please.
Well. You made your choice a lot quicker than I was expecting you to.
Well, something happened that led me to believe that right now would be the best time to go and join you and your husband at that new restaurant.
I see. Considering I'm working for a new place now and have nothing to do with my past job, I don't think I should be asking about all of the details. But Philippe, I'm going to get you all set up to come and join us right now.
Thank you so much, Jay. Yo, Felipe! Long time no see, Marcus. I'm hiring you back into my restaurant, so make sure tomorrow you come in to start working for me right away. What? Also, I'm leaving you in charge of preparing the place for opening. I don't have enough hands right now to do it all. Hold on, I have no need to go back to work for you. Stop being so modest here. You'll only be making half the salary you had here before, but that's better than being jobless, right? And if you're not able to pay for your apartment with that, I'll allow you to come out and live in my family's house. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I have a job of my own already. Huh? And of course, I'm still working as a sushi chef like before. You were able to find another job working for another sushi restaurant? That's right. Which one? One that's in Hawaii. In Hawaii? You knew about how Jay's husband also happened to work in the world of sushi, right? And, well, that husband of hers just so happened to open up a store of his own out in tropical Hawaii. And thankfully they made sure to let me know that I could come out and work for them if I pleased. I was a bit hesitant about what to do at first, but when you came and threatened me with either having my pay cut or having me leave the restaurant, the idea of moving to Hawaii to make sushi for someone else finally popped into my head. And that was the choice I ended up making. What? So that's when you made your choice? So now that you're aware of the situation I'm in, it's impossible for me to go all the way back there to help you. No way! Right now is no time to be messing around, though. If things don't change soon, the whole restaurant itself is gonna be in trouble. Come back here and work for me right now. If you're not here to make all of the sushi, none of the customers are gonna want to spend their money here anymore. What happened to all those friends of yours that you said you'd be hiring on in order to make your staff more trustworthy? About all of them. They assumed that you'd still be working here when they all came, and that's why they made the choice to join me. But when they heard that you quit, they all said things had changed and they no longer wanted to work for me either. So if you were to come back here and start working for me again... I'm sorry, but I'm very busy at the moment. Wait a second, Felipe! Goodbye now. Felipe! Ever since I left that place and moved out of the state, I heard about what happened through a coworker of mine who also happened to be one of the employees I ended up training as my first trainee. He told me that Marcus went and ordered a lot more fish from that really cheap supplier, and that led to all of the remaining staff to have a strike, saying that he was trying to kill his customers with terrible quality fish. And even before that strike took place, a lot of the customers that did end up going there were said to have gotten sick due to most of the fish no longer being sushi grade anymore, leading to a few cases of the restaurant being inspected by the state health inspector. The ratings of the restaurant went down the drain after those inspections came back poorly, and business there became more and more of a rare spectacle. The strikes also became more common until there was only a select few employees remaining there, which wasn't even enough manpower to have the restaurant open for one day. So, in the end, after almost going under and never being able to revive the place, Marcus's older brother went ahead and took the place from him and is currently working on turning the whole entire restaurant and everything around. Of course, Marcus was not allowed to work there after the place was renovated and management had been changed, but his efforts to find other work weren't fortuitous. The word about him being a terrible manager spread like wildfire, and not a single place wanted to hire a man with such a rotten work ethic and horrible track record. He would find some work at places like gas stations and convenience stores, but due to his horrible attitude, he'd cause drama and the like and lose his jobs there as well. Recently, I've heard a rumor going around that he's having to sleep in a cardboard box out on the street every night as he tries his luck at gambling in a nearby casino with whatever money he can scrape up. As for myself, I've been fully moved into my new apartment here in Hawaii and have been working close to 60 hours a week making sure that the restaurant does well. I started off working here with a larger salary than I had when I left the previous restaurant, and I've been told that if the restaurant does good throughout the length of 1 year, I'll be rewarded with bonuses and all. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.